What's going on, guys? I'm back with another tier list video, and today I've kind of realized I wanted to do a Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries tier list video, because in the past I've actually done RE4 and RE5 Mercenaries tier list videos, so today I decided let's do RE6. Who knows, maybe one day I'll do RE3's Mercenaries tier list video, but without further ado, let's get right into this tier list video. I'll be starting with Leon, who is pretty much the default character. They give him, I think, the default handgun, or at least like the worst handgun in the game. All super default loot. I think he's kind of debatable as one of the worst characters. So yeah, that's kind of why I put him at the C list. But anyways, next is Leon with his costume. And Leon with his costume is actually a whole lot better. He's gonna be in the A tier for this tier list because him with his machine gun and his combat moves is a really good character. Next up is none other than Chris, and Chris is debatable, so I just put him in the B spot for now. He's average character. He's got the weapons that you would need to get past a game of Mercenaries, of course, like the assault rifle and whatnot, but yeah, pretty average. But anyways, moving on is Chris with his costume, and the only reason I'm going to put him in the A tier above Chris is because I think the Chris with costumes comes with a little bit more resources like herbs and whatnot to just make you live longer, but he comes with the same kind of loadout, so it's debatable. Next up, we've got Helena. And Helena's actually a pretty good character. I'm going to put her in the B list, but above the starter Chris, because for the default Helena, she's actually pretty good. She comes with quite a loadout and quite a few herbs to start with. So yeah, she's a pretty good one. Next up, of course, is Helena with her costume, and I actually do have to put her in the A tier, almost above the Leon, Pirate Leon, but not quite. But definitely one of the better characters in Mercenaries in general. She comes with the machine pistol, which is pretty good. I don't know how to explain it. It's pretty much like a machine gun, but it carries pistol ammo, and it's really good to use. Also, she comes with the red herbs, which help nicely. Okay, so next up is Pierce, and this one actually I was struggling to find where I should put on the list, but I put Pierce at the top of A, and there is a big difference between this Pierce and the Pierce with his costumes that I will be getting to very shortly. But with this Pierce, same thing as the machine gun with the handgun ammo. Pretty good character. Okay, and next up is Pierce with his costume, which in my opinion is probably the best character in Resident Evil 6 Mercenaries. He comes with a badass sniper, and he comes with a shotgun, which I think that loadout right there by itself is just one of the best loadouts. If he had a Magnum, then he'd be the most OP character. So this one is probably going to start to cause a lot of controversy. I don't know if you guys saw right there, but I just put Jake in the C spot, specifically below the starter Leon, because I just think that Jake was not that good of a character, and if I recall playing it in this gameplay, this was actually about 10 years or so after I had not played Mercenaries, and I just remembered Jake not being good. Next up is Jake with his costume. I think you guys might be starting to get the order of this, but obviously after seeing the last one, you guys will now know that I'm not a big fan of Jake, but I did put this one in the C list just because, I mean, he comes with the semi-automatic sniper and the grenade launcher, so overall, he is pretty good. Alright, moving on to the better set of characters, we've got Carla. And Carla, I will be putting in the S tier. I was a little bit debating there, but yep, Carla's going to go up there with Pierce in the S tier. And there isn't really much about Carla, but honestly, I like playing her a lot because I personally like her melee moves, and they are just super clean, and there's nothing else I can really say, but yeah, Carla's OP. Next up is none other than Sherry Birkin, and honestly, I'm going to put her in the A list, almost at the very top of the A list, and almost in the S tier, to be honest. But anyways, I'm going to put her at the top, even though it is not even the Sherry with costume, but this Sherry alone just comes with 2 red herbs, and in this game, if you find a green herb, combine it with a red, boom, you got 6 heals right there, so that's pretty insane. Okay, next up we got Sherry Birkin with costume, and this one I would have to say is an S tier character. I would have to put at least one of the Sherrys in the S tier because Sherry is just too good of a Mercenaries character, hands down, and definitely if not her standard attire, then her costume loadout would definitely deserve an S tier. Okay, next up is Ada Wong, and this is going to be the only character that actually is going to make the S tier. That is just standard attire, standard loadout type of character. But there isn't much to say about Ada, she's just too OP, and her bow is pretty good. Okay guys, we are almost done with this tier list, but moving on to Ada Wong with her costume, debatably one of the best characters. I put her in the S tier, but not above Pierce. She's above everyone else except Pierce with this costume because I think he is by far my favorite. But anyways, Ada, she comes with 2 red herbs, which is different than Ada normally. She doesn't come with that, but her costume version does, and that's plenty to just get you through the game. And not only that, the weapon I'm using right here is like some kind of machine gun, which like is really good, but it comes with handgun ammo. So I don't know, it's like a lot easier to build up ammo, and it's a really good weapon. The rate of fire is really good, so yeah, OP character. Okay guys, and lastly we've got the agent. And I don't really care much for the agent, so I did put him in the C list, but I did put him above Leon and Jake, but technically he is still down there in the shit list in my opinion. I mean, he comes with the remote bombs, and like whoever uses those, I would discard those immediately. But other than that, he comes with the 909 and the semi-auto sniper, which isn't the best either, so yeah, C list is definitely fitting for agent. But that will conclude my tier list. I was looking at other people's tier lists and I saw that somebody put agent in the A tier, and I just can't understand that. I would totally not put agent in the A tier. But anyways, let me know what you guys would think about the tier list and what you guys would do. And just sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and that'll be it. Peace, and I'll see you guys in the next one.